Welcome to today's telecast, and we've got a special presentation for you on today. I've got some lovely ladies that I'm going to be interviewing, and I declare that when you see them all, you're going to believe that you're at a Miss America pageant. But listen, they could have won the contest any number of years, but they are here in the city of David. I'm going to be interviewing them about the book that has just been written, and I'm certain it's going to be a New York Times bestsellers. It is The Force of Friendship. And here, 7 friends we welcome to the set on today. First of all, we have from Dallas, Texas, Sabrina Goodwin Mundy. Welcome.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Bishop. I jumped in because you said we were going to be on the bestsellers list.
Oh, absolutely.
I got excited.
I believe in speaking and decreeing it.
We received it. Thank you for having us.
Who's next to you?
So excited. This is my girlfriend, Gloria Mayfield Banks, one of the biggest thinkers and doers that I know. She hails from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes, right here in Detroit, Michigan. I get to introduce my girlfriend, Lady Chrisette Ellis, mother, wife, and classy. Love you, girl.
Love you too. Thank you, Gloria. And I am so excited to introduce my girlfriend all the way from Stone Mountain, Georgia, Miss Nora Sharif Borden. Nora, you are loved for so many reasons, but the one reason that stands out for me is your love and your passion for a closer relationship with the Lord. I love you.
Thank you, Chris. Wow, that was exciting. Oh, my goodness. Well, I get to introduce to you Natalie Prevette Jones, all the way from the big city of Raleigh, North Carolina. She brings the humor, the fun. I mean, when we're in her presence, we laugh for days because she is just that funny.
Wow, Nora, over here.
See, that's it.
I would love, that is something, isn't it? I would love for you to meet Andrea Johnson. Andrea Johnson hails from Jacksonville, Florida. And when we all think of you, we think of the music that you bring into our lives. And you know what music does? Wonderful and wondrous things. Thank you for being our friend, Andrea.
Oh, thank you, Natalie. Thank you. I'm so thrilled to introduce my girlfriend, Katrina Harris Earl, all the way from Chicago, Illinois. All things technological is this one right here, okay? If you don't know how to turn your phone on or turn it off, she can show you everything, you guys. She is amazing, amazing, and we love you.
Oh, and I love you too. Thank you so much, Andrea, and I'm so excited to be here with my amazing girlfriends. Thank you.
Well, thank you, ladies, and now you have met them all. Listen, everybody always wants to know, whenever a book comes out, where did the thought come from? Where did the premise come from? And I believe that, Nora, it was you that came up with the concept.
Absolutely.
Tell me briefly about how this got birthed.
Absolutely, Bishop. I was in my prayer time, and, I had written several other books, and I heard the Lord say, to write a book with my 6 best friends. And I was like, you know how God speaks to you, and you're like, okay, is this God or is this just me? And of course, we were on vacation in Hawaii, and we had breakfast. We were having breakfast, rather. And I told them that I had heard from the Lord and that He told us to write an inspirational book together. And they just immediately jumped on board. I was like, OMG, this is going to be amazing. And it's just been just that amazing.
I'm going to tell you what is amazing. I know all of you all. And I know that there is a true friendship here.
Right.
Not just a natural friendship, but a godly friendship.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I've always declared that people don't have but maybe 1 or 2 friends.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we say BFF, not BFF''S.
Right.
Best friend forever. I know that all 7 of you all are friends.
Yeah.
Now, we always hear about haters. And haters seem to be trending. It seems to be very trendy. You all know what I'm talking about, haters. I preach on it sometimes. Don't worry about your haters. God is going to give you a blessing anyhow. But listen, I think sometimes we concentrate too much on haters.
Yes.
Tell me, Sabrina,
Yes.
why is it important to have friends?
Oh,
Because some
my
people think
goodness.
they don't need anybody.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know how you do it without friends, Bishop. I so am grateful. I'm who I am. I'm better every day because of this circle of friends. They say that you can hang with basement people. They'll bring you down. Don't hang with basement people. Those are the haters, hating on you. Always have something negative to say. These women are my balcony people. They take me up, and they lift me up, and I'm grateful for that. And so I let your haters be your motivators. Surround yourself with a circle of influence that's going to make you excited about life, and I'm grateful.
Listen, I just got a sermon. Come out the basement.
Yeah.
You go to the balcony.
That's it.
Katrina, I know that you're an only child. So I can only imagine that this is a very important part of your life. Because I grew up in a house of 7. My wife grew up in a house with nine children.
Wow.
You're an only child. I always wanted to be an only child. But when I think about it, I really didn't want to be because we had fun
Yeah.
as
Right.
kids, and 7 of us in the house. So tell us how important the friendship is to you.
Absolutely. And being an only child is most challenging when you're older. And so these women have literally walked me through every step of life. Getting married, losing my father, my mother having health challenges that she's been healed from. Every step, and especially when the challenges have come, these girlfriends have meant the most to me.
Andrea Newman is the melodious voice.
Yes.
Miss Johnson, she is the one that can sing you into tears, tears of joy. Natalie is the one that keeps us laughing. Tell us how a song has helped you to get through some challenging times in your life.
Oh my gosh, music, they said music soothes the savage beast. You know what I mean? And sometimes there's a beast within, isn't that right? Okay. But you know what? Music just really puts me closer to the Lord. It really does. And it just brings me a sense of peace. And I know that music is the thing that puts everybody on the same level. It doesn't matter where you come from or your background. Everybody can appreciate a great song and a great voice.
One of the things that I admire about all of you all is that being national sales directors for Mary Kay Cosmetics, and that's how you all came to know each other.
Right.
But certainly the relationship extends beyond that.
Right.
But Mary Kay is such a great organization and corporation that you get to travel the world together. And a lot of people that can afford to travel the world can't take their friends with them.
That's right.
Or you have to pay for your
That's
friends
good.
to go. I look at athletes who have to pay for their friends to go because they're their friends, but they don't live the life that they live.
That's right.
But all of you all live the same life. Gloria, tell me how it is and how blessed it is to be able to travel the world with your friends, and everybody's on their own dime.
I know.
So much fun.
Everybody's on their own dime. Everybody's got plenty of money to have a good time when you're on the trips. The thing that our friendship has become so deeper because we get to spend solid time together, a week or 2 weeks together. We look forward to it. When you get on a vacation and you just can't wait to see your girlfriend walk on to the boat or walk into the plane. There's just a feeling of confidence that comes upon you when you get to travel with your girlfriends all the time. You know you're going to have a great time. But it is a blessing that we have that time together, and it is something that we cherish and that we appreciate, and we have a solid time to encourage each other and dream. When we've traveled together, we get to dream in the conversations.
Yeah.
Can't tell them.
What happens on the boat stays
Conversations
on
are
the boat.
big. Travel is a big deal.
Yeah, I
It's a
know
big
because
deal.
the husbands get to go on these Mary Kay trips all over the world.
That's right.
And there are times when they are huddled up over in a corner,
Yeah.
and we let them have their say and have their peace. We're just happy to be on the trip. So they can talk as long as they want. Don't come back to the suite if it's a boat, a cruise, or don't come back to the room. It's a first class hotel. Hey, listen, let them have their peace. Let them have their say. I'm just glad to be on the trip. Being a third generation Pentecostal pastor and being a PK, my parents were close to others in the church. So I always had extended uncles and extended aunts. And there was such a blessing in having all of these people who you thought were your real uncles and aunts.
Right,
Because when you were
right,
little,
exactly.
that's who they were.
Right,
But when you got
exactly.
older, you're like, oh, they're not connected to us by blood.
Right.
But even if you don't have that kind of relationship with a strong church, a family, through the Mary Kay family, I mean, tell me how it is
I have to tell you
that your children have Aunt
That's
Gloria
right.
and Uncle Ken and Uncle Chuck and Aunt Chrisette. I mean, tell me how that's a blessing.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Gloria. You have a story. You gotta have a story. But she wants to.
I got a story.
Tell us all the
Because
story.
Yeah.
when Nora came into our life, and my children, they were young and single parents. Oh, you know the story. So when she would come over to my house, they would have to get ready. I said, Nora's coming over to the house. They're like, oh, Mufasa. Because she didn't come to the meeting first. She would go right to their room. She'd start yelling at them, start cleaning up. They start moving. And it was the true definition of a friend. It was a true definition of Auntie Nora. And from then, when they were 2 and 3 and 4, to now they're grown adults, she's still the deepest
Yes.
auntie. They're all aunties. But it's the fun times, the conversation, the Mufasas.
Natalie, weigh in here because you are the life of the party.
Oh yeah.
You can turn anything into a joke.
Oh, yeah.
You can turn any sad atmosphere into
yeah.
laughter.
Yeah.
You can turn a frown into a smile. Tell me what these ladies mean to you.
Let me tell you what. They're characters.
We're characters.
Each and every one of them have their own unique characteristics. And they are funny. You know, it's always something to laugh about. You know, I grew up in a household with nothing but joy and laughter. And that's so natural for me. And so when I talk to them, I always see the positive side of everything. I think that life is beautiful. I think that our lives are beautiful. And I think that when you can laugh at yourself, when you can laugh with each other, then you have a less stressful, more peaceful, more loving and enjoyable life. And I just thank you guys for letting me laugh with you. And sometimes you like to laugh, and sometimes you're like, okay, not right now. But I can't help it.
All right, let me come to Katrina Harris Earl. I see a table of contents. I see various chapters. I believe these are chapters
Yes.
on faith, on mindset, leadership, belief, love. The list goes on and on, dream. Tell me, did all of you all weigh in on each of these topics, or did a particular person write a topic?
We all weighed in. We absolutely all weighed in. And, you know, as she talked about, I'm the one who is the loves to organize the group, so I was the one who said, we need some chapters, okay? We need chapters, because there's so much we have to talk about, and our lives are so full. But we all weighed in, and we began to write individually, and we noticed that there were common themes, and that's how the chapters came about.
So when I see dream and when I see mindset, I'm going to see all of you all,
Yes.
or a mixture of you all weigh in.
All of us.
So
all of us
everybody's
every
weighing in
chapter.
on all. Listen. You got to get this book. The information is there on your screen. Listen, you don't have to wait until you hear all of this interview. I'm telling you right now, it is going to be a New York Times bestseller. The Force of Friendship. Let's talk about where the name came from. Okay. The Force of
Wow,
Friendship.
that's
Where did that name come from? Why not the Circle of Friendship or the Girls of Friendship? The Force.
The force of friendship. You know, when we were sitting around talking, and Nora is such an amazing person, because although we were very excited, it took a girlfriend like Nora to push us to make something come together so phenomenally is the word I'm looking for. Don't laugh. Phenomenally is right. Okay, but the force of friendship really came together because we've used that slogan to describe us before in things that we've done. We're a force to be reckoned with, and we require that of each other. And I think that's another thing that has made us so strong, is that we require the best of us to come out, and we use a force to make that happen. So the force of the friendship really blended this together. And we did go over different topics and different names, but this is the one that resided with us.
And as I look at all of you, you all bring something to the table. I know my wife is a tremendous prayer warrior.
Yes.
And I just want her to weigh in on, you know, people would say, well, First Lady, you know, most First Ladies, they hang out with First Ladies. Right. You know, but First Lady Chrisette Ellis, her circle extends beyond church, pastor wives, minister wives, individuals, or ladies. Tell us why it's important for you to have this kind of relationship with these. I believe Katrina's husband is a pastor, but she's the only other First Lady or pastor's wife in this group. So people say, well, Chrisette ought to be hanging out with First Ladies. You know, I should hang out with all them folks. Tell us why it's important to you.
Well, you know, I just think it's good to be well balanced, and I do have, you know, First Lady friends that I hang out with that I would consider very close friends of mine. But it really was through the Mary Kay opportunity that I had an opportunity to meet all of these phenomenal women. And one of the things that I so love, because being a First Lady, it's real easy to become one-dimensional, and that's all you know. But what this group has done for me is allowed me not to just be one-dimensional. And in the course of building the relationship with these ladies, my life has been totally changed, because sometimes when you're just one-dimensional, that's all you know. Sure. But when you step out of your comfort zone and say, hey, there are other people that can share with you and inspire you and empower you. And I'm going to tell you, the things that I have learned in this group, literally, and I thank God for it. I believe that God put me in the Mary Kay arena because he knew that I was going to be a First Lady. He knew the roles that I was going to have to, hats I was going to have to wear. And so the training and the teaching and the inspiration and the power that I've received, the empowerment that I've received from these people right here, my girlfriends, have helped me in my role as First Lady.
All right. We're not here selling Mary Kay. We're going to sell this book because it is a great book, The Force of Friendship. But Mary Kay is what has brought you all together.
That's right.
And I believe that everybody here has at least 23, 24 years. I know my wife came in 1993.
Correct.
So then she would have 23 years. So then everybody has over 2 decades.
Right.
in Mary
That's
Kay.
right. Right.
People come and go in various corporations, especially multi-level marketing. I know Mary Kay just celebrated 50 years in 2013 with the trip to China. Yes, Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong. Macau. I can't spell Macau, but I've been there. Nora, tell us why. Tell us how important Mary Kay is to you, and why that corporation, maybe God led you there, or maybe somebody led you there and you found out that it was His divine will for you to be there.
Well, for me, it was actually Gloria who I met and who introduced me to Mary Kay. But I really believe that it was God's plan, because prior to Mary Kay, I was a Muslim, had given my life to Christ. And it's through this company that, and it's actually at Natalie's aunt's church, who is a pastor. I went to do a skincare class at her church and was introduced to Christ. So for that, I'll be forever grateful to Mary Kay, because this is where I found Jesus Christ. And it's just been, I have developed spiritually, and being connected and meeting Chrisette, who loves the Lord, and just being connected with these amazing women. All of them are prayer warriors. If we have something going on, we pick up the phone and we get the prayer line going. So for that reason alone, Mary Kay has been just such a blessing to me.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't. Listen, well, all that you gave on that side, she's giving that and much more on this side. Because when we have those chapel services on the Mary Kay trips, she is praising like she's at home in the Baptist church. One thing that impressed me about Mary Kay was that one of the core traits, trait is probably not a good word, but one of the core, some of the core of Mary Kay is God first, family second, career third.
Right.
And I think that alone says a lot about a corporation or corporate America, because most times it's corporation first.
Right.
And whatever you can't give here, you shouldn't give anything more anywhere else.
That's right.
How has that helped to shape your life, Andrea?
Well, you know what? That's always been my values. When I started Mary Kay, my mother actually brought me into the company.
Is that so?
Yeah, my mother was my recruiter, and I just never saw it as something for me. But, you know, when I went to my very first event and saw this company start with prayer, I mean, I knew that I could do this for the rest of my life, because those faith, family, and career, those are absolutely values that I live my life by.
All right, let's get back to this book, The Force of Friendship. The information is there on your screen. It's brand new. It's hot off the press. I'm surprised that I can hold it. It's so hot. So listen, you've got to have it in your library. You've got to have it in your reading material. The Force of Friendship, penned by these wonderful ladies. They all share Mary Kay Cosmetics. They're entrepreneurs in their own rights. They all are national sales directors, which I call the creme de la creme of Mary Kay Cosmetics. I saw a chapter in here about dreams. Or dreams.
Wow.
A lot of times you have to be careful with your friends when you're dreaming, because dreams can bring jealousy.
That's right.
Dreams can bring envy. We know Joseph and his
Right.
brothers.
Yeah.
When he dared to dream and told his dreams, it brought him a heap of trouble. Tell us about how you all support each other in your dreams.
You know what? Can I
Yes,
take that,
please.
because I think this is really important. As you know, the audience is watching us, and you know, we're sitting here, and you see this wonderful group of women, but we have grown so much. Would you agree?
absolutely.
And I'm thinking
sure.
about dreaming, and I'm thinking about something. And Gloria may not even remember this, but you know, who you see me as today is not who I've always been. And I just remember one time, and this was many years ago, and you know, we were asked to speak at an event, and each of us had an opportunity to go and speak. And I remember that Natalie went before me, and when she got up, we all know that Natalie is the most humorous person on the stage.
Right.
And the audience was laughing. They was having a good time. And I was sitting there, my heart was beating. I was like, I don't want to go after Natalie. I don't want to go after Natalie. And I just remember Natalie sat down. It was like, it was a roar in the room. They absolutely loved her. And so then I went to the stage and I did my speak, and everybody was sitting there cricket. And I remember sweat dropping like, oh, wow, you are flopping big time. And so I remember this. I remember feeling like a total loser. I promise you I did.
Sorry, Chris.
That's what a friend does.
Yeah, that's how I felt. And I remember writing a note to you, and I said, Gloria, I said, I just feel like I need to practice or do better in my presentation skills. I said, because, you know, Natalie got up there and everybody loved what she had to say. I got up there and it just seemed like everybody was looking at me like, next, please. And that's how I felt. But I'll never forget what you shared with me, and I'll be forever grateful to you because that really changed my life. You looked me in the eye, you said, Chrisette, you have to be who you are. You said, Natalie is humorous. She said, you said to me, if you got on stage and you tried to be humorous like Natalie, people would look at you like, what's wrong with Chrisette? She said, you said to me, you are an inspirational person. And when you are an inspirational person and you speak from the heart, you're not going to hear the laughter many times. You're not going to hear the people making a lot of noise because you're touching them. So be authentic to who you are. And I promise you, that has helped me so much. That's what friends do. Thank you.
Katrina, I want you to weigh in on this topic. Life brings about its challenges. In every life, some rain must fall.
Wow.
How important is it to have true friends? I mean, when you meet that place in life where you don't know whether you can make it or not.
As an only child with no children, wasn't married until I was 45, my mother and father were the most significant people for me in my life. And I remember the day that my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I remember the night that she was coming out of surgery, and it was these women that were lifting me up personally, and they were lifting me up and taking care of my business. But it was right here in Detroit in May 2014 at Gloria's son's wedding. And Saturday was the wedding. Sunday morning, I felt something, and I found out that my father had passed away suddenly in his sleep. And my husband, pacing the floor. I was trying to figure out why he was pacing the floor. He went to Gloria to say, how do I tell my wife? How do I tell my wife? Because Gloria and I have such a close relationship. And Gloria immediately stepped out of the family gathering for the most significant event for her family at that time. And these women surrounded me in the middle of that. And I'm so grateful for you guys, the strength that came from that.
Wow, that is so powerful. Listen, our time is running out for this segment, but I got to get this question in. In most workplaces, there's so much competition.
Yes.
People will step on each other,
Yes.
backstab, walk on each other, put you down to lift themselves up, go behind your back. How have you all been able to lift each other? There seems to be no jealousy, no animosity. I did this month. Oh, great. Because even in preachers' lives, there's competition. Absolutely. Weigh in on that, Sabrina.
You know, Bishop, we have a culture unlike any other. We really do. And so respect is first and foremost. There's enough to go around for everybody. And in this world, we want you to know that whatever your dream is, go for it. Find somebody who's going to cheer you to success. These women in my children's life, in my own life, they've always said, whatever you want, we're here to support you. And so we just believe that there is enough to go around for everybody. Believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and again, surrounding yourself with those who celebrate you, not tolerate you.
We're on the set today talking about the force of friendship. This wonderful, soon-to-be on New York Times bestsellers list, written by these 7 national sales directors of Mary Kay Cosmetics, entrepreneurs in their own right, the creme de la creme. They're at the top of the top. I believe Gloria is going to be the #1 national in all of Mary Kay, in all of the world. So, Gloria, I want you to close us out. Look into that camera and tell someone why it is absolutely essential that they purchase this book.
You know what? I would love to let them know that when we were putting this book together, we had you in mind. So many people have asked us all the time how we do what we do and how do we sustain a friendship that is so thick, that is so deep, and it can handle all things. They watch us, and so we put it into words. This book is on purpose to inspire you for love, for strength, for success, to be on purpose. And we would love for it to impact you in a way that maybe you haven't been impacted before. It is a lesson on how to develop friendships that will sustain you for life.
There you have it. The Force of Friendship. Brand new book, hot off the press. The information is there on your screen. I'm telling you, you need to have it in your library. You need to have it to be a part of your reading material. Thank you for joining us on today. If I wanted to bring you ladies back, would you all come back?
Oh, yes!
You want to come back?
What are friends for?
Yeah.
All right, listen,
Save the
I'm
date.
going to bring them back because there's so much more in this book that we want to get in detail with. So thank you for tuning in on today. I pray that you've been blessed. And again, pick up this book. Again, the information is there on your screen. And the ladies have promised that they'll come back and I can interview them another time or another occasion. God bless you. Have a great day.